If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
We're going to bring in our next contestant here on the, I almost said Price is Right, but it's not quite like that. Lawson Lambert is here. Give it up for Lawson. Good job.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, crowd.
Good to have you aboard. Yeah. Well, tell me about yourself. You're from Louisville, Kentucky. You have been a contestant on Stump the Schwab, which says to me that you've got a deep knowledge of lots of little esoteric trivia, and you graduated from the Broadcasting Institute of Maryland. So you got the broadcasting background, some deep sports knowledge. You're from Louisville, which tells me you probably read a racing form, right?
I do like the Derby.
Yeah, well, who doesn't like the Derby? I mean, you go for the horses, the whiskey, or the pretty girls?
All three.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. Good answer. I like Lawson so far. Great Southern regal name, Lawson Lambert. It almost sounds like a fake name. It almost sounds like something in like a 1960s game show host.
It's two last names is what it comes down to, and I think that usually works. I think two last names is better than two first names.
No problem. So give me your background other than what I already have told everybody about you.
Well, I worked at a restaurant, Soda Sopra, downtown for the last few years as the bar manager. I quit that in the fall to work on the presidential campaign. I'm not going to say who for because you don't want to upset half the people that are listening, right?
Okay.
So anyway,
and
then I did that for a while, and then now I'm trying to win this contest.
Your politics will come out if you win this competition.
Oh, I'm sure it will, but I want to hold it off just a little bit.
I see you as a McCain man, but I'm just guessing. I can't tell.
I'm not going to say anything I said, but that guess might be accurate.
That might be accurate.
One other thing, when I was in college, I played on the tennis team at Kalamazoo College, and I want to shout out to all my teammates. We won the 1993 Division III National Championship.
Kalamazoo, Michigan?
Yes, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is a real place, I promise.
All right, how long? Well, that is where Derek Jeter's from, right?
It is.
All right.
Went to Kalamazoo Central High School. He was actually, his senior year of high school was my freshman year of college, so we might have crossed paths.
Ships in the night. You might have hit balls with him at some point, right?
Well, hopefully.
You still play tennis?
Yes, I do. Not anywhere near as good as I used to, but I still try to hit it around.
All right, well, way to go. How long have you been here in Baltimore?
I've lived in Baltimore for 10 years. I moved up here in December of 1998. And I love it.
And why? Why?
At the time, it really wasn't, I have to admit, not really a big reason. I'd lived in the general Kentucky area other than my time in college all my life. And when I was done, I wanted to move somewhere different. I picked Baltimore because I was a big Orioles fan, even living in Kentucky. Although
everybody there's a Cardinals fan or a Reds fan,
usually
right?
It's Cardinals or Reds.
Right.
I was a big Orioles fan, and right before I moved here, they were really good. 2 straight ALCSs. So maybe it was all my fault.
So you're a Louisville Cardinal fan, Chris Redmond guy and all that?
I'm a big U of L Cardinal fan. The Michigan State game, upset. I think I'm still upset here 2 weeks later, but I'm trying to come out of it.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I spent a lot of time down in Louisville. How many derbies for you?
I've been to about 12, I would say.
Love the Derby. I've been about 6 or 7, and it is, and I say it to anybody who will listen, it is the great American sporting event. If people come up to me all the time, if I had X amount of money and could do one event, what event should you do? I would say if it's a scheduled event, you want to go to the Kentucky Derby. If it is a sporting event, an actual game, you want to do a Stanley Cup final game somewhere really good. In Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, there's nothing like it. I've attended 3 myself, and that's the best for me. But
I was at Game 1 of the Stars-Devils Stanley Cup Finals in 2000, and I will say that was a good time.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like hockey as we saw last night with the Caps and the Rangers. All right, Stump the Schwab, give me a little story about that and how you fared there.
Well...
Because that's tough, dude. I mean, that dude was tough.
The Schwab is not easy to beat. I went on the show, and my goal actually was to beat the other contestants. Because if you've seen the show, you compete against 2 other contestants. At the end, if you beat them, then you get to go up against the Schwab. I did accomplish that. I did go head-to-head with the Schwab. One argument I have, the main reason I lost was I had women's golf as my main category. And there's a lot of things I know. Women's golf really isn't one of them.
Nancy Lopez.
But the question I had at the end,
that's the only thing I know.
Asked me to name the twin 13-year-old sisters that qualified for the U.S. Open in, say, 2002. And I actually said the Song Sisters, because I had read that somewhere. And that is the correct answer. But they told me I had to get their first names.
What are their first names?
I
still don't know. Yeah,
I said like Dorothy and something.
Well, that's what happens with the Schwab. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. All right, Lawson Lambert is here. You live where locally? What is your... I
live in Midtown, kind of near where Johns Hopkins undergraduate school is, Charles Village.
Now, you an Oriole fan, Terps, Ravens? What are you a fan of?
I'm a fan of lots of things. Locally, an Oriole fan. I've already been to 2 games this year. I'm excited that they're 6-3. A little concerned about the
old
pitching,
school baseball.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.